name is Jack Wallen, and this is the Jackverse. Welcome to my little world. Today I have a very special topic that is very important to me that I want to discuss. This topic was brought about by a little piece of work that I read on the web today. I'm not going to mention any names or point you to any URLs because I don't roll that way. But anyway, this piece of journalism, as it were, kind of got my blood to boiling, and I wanted to address it here. I did respond to that person's post, but I needed to bring it to light here. The gist of this post was this: if you are a self-published writer, you are not an author. You are not a professional writer. Yeah. Now the thrust of this piece is very clear. And it sort of fits into this strange obsession that we have in this country of defining people by what they do to put a roof over their heads. And that discounts a huge cross-section of society. Let me give you an example. Let's say you go to the grocery store and you see a mother pushing her pram to the car with a baby in it. And you walk up to that mother and you say, "Hello, lady. What do you do?" And the lady looks at you very proudly and says, "I'm a mother." And you look at that lady and says, "Yeah, but you don't make any money at that, so that's not really what you are." And the mother very proudly looks back at you and says, "Yes, I'm a mother." You see where I'm going with that. Being a mother, which I am not, by definition, is one of the hardest jobs there is. And people should very proudly be able to define themselves as a mother or a father or whatever. Now let me give you another example. I've worked with a number of musicians in one form or another. Some of these musicians are touring across the world. They have a number of releases of which you can go to Amazon or wherever and purchase and listen to all day and enjoy and dance and have a great time listening to this incredible music. Some of those musicians have day jobs. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? To think that that favorite band of yours, the lead singer, might be a barista at Starbucks. But you know what? You gotta eat. You gotta have a roof over your head. You gotta put clothes on your body. And sometimes, being an artist, it's not always like that. The income isn't constant. Sometimes it just comes in dribs and drabs. So the idea that we must define ourselves solely on what we do to make a living is ridiculous. Take me, for example. I have a number of different income streams. I could define myself in a number of ways. I could say I'm an author. I'm a podcaster. I'm a blogger. I'm all sorts of things. But the truth of the matter is, I'm just an artist. Not just an artist, that makes it sound bad, but you get what I'm talking about. It is time for that school of thought to go away. Especially in this country where we are so obsessed with categorizing and compartmentalizing to the point that we refuse to accept the idea that anyone can live outside of those categories. And artists tend to get trapped by these categories. We are constantly working to better our craft. Some people are just getting into this. Some people have been writing for years. And only now being able to make money at it. Thanks to what? I don't know. Amazon, self-publishing, being an indie author. The traditional methods The traditional routes of becoming an author are closing in to the point where it's almost impossible to follow those paths to any success. And so we all have to go over this route in order to make our works available to the public. And the idea that we have to define ourselves by what we do to make a living is no longer a valid argument. And to be honest, it never really was a valid argument. Why? Because we are all so much more than one thing. You are not just a doctor. You are not just an accountant. You are not just a network administrator or a teacher. You're everything. You are the sum total of all the experiences and the knowledge that you have. And if you want to call yourself an author, do it. If you write and you publish, you're an author. If you make money, it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you make money from that work, you are a professional writer. You also might happen to be a professional accountant or a professional, I don't know, grocery bagger or dog groomer. What really is important is that you do what you do to the best of your ability, and you do it with pride. And you don't listen to the bullshit out there, the naysayers, and those that would bring you down. Because they will. At every turn, there will always be someone out there to say, you are not this because of A, B, or C. But you know what? I'm an author. I'm a professional writer. No one will ever take that away from me. And I hope that you will follow in those same footsteps. If you're an artist of any kind, and you plow your trade, I think I got that wrong. You work your craft every day. Whether or not you're making millions, thousands, hundreds a month, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you do. Don't ever give up. Artists are becoming a rare breed anymore. Because the corporate entities hanging over our heads will do everything they can to prevent us from moving ahead. So take pride in what you do. Know that you are more than what you do to make a living. And always try your best. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I hope that I have helped you out of a funk or help you to understand that you can, you will, and you do. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.